Hello everyone, welcome again to the Steve Taylor Community Connection Show. I am Terry Crosby, and of course I got my right-hand man with me, the GOAT. Mr. Tom Cole is with us this morning. Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Cross. Glad to be with you today.
Good, sir, and I'm glad that you are here. Okay, everybody, we have a very, very special guest this morning. We really do. She does such great work in our community over the years. She really has. I would like to introduce to you Nina Corder, Managing Director from Women of Toledo. Welcome, Nina.
Thank you, Terry. The honor is all mine.
I just wanted to kick it off and have you explain a little bit about the fantastic programs that you actually operate in our communities.
Well, thank you. I'm simply grateful for being here today and this opportunity. So a little bit about Women of Toledo. We established since 2013, 2014, part of a research project to understand the diversity in networking. And then from that, it evolved into the organization today called Women of Toledo. So Women of Toledo is a nonprofit 501c3 that serves all community in Northwest area, the greater area, with the mission to educate, engage, empower
the three E's.
The three E's, women and youth in our community. Our goal is to create a sustainable goal to elevate quality of life, focus on diversity, equity, inclusion, and improve the economic empowerment of our community where we live, work, and raise family.
Okay. And what is the age group for that?
Our age group is depending on what program. So through this, how we do it is through our 4 initiative program. So our flagship program is the mentorship program. So I'm happy to have my mentee here to kind of be a case study and tell her success story being a part of Women of Toledo. Another program is economic development, advocacy, and then we have our social enterprise Her Hub initiative for women-owned business. So when we talk about mentoring program, we do have a Young Women Toledo program. Of course, we love to serve our young community, and recently we just established a girls hub for women aged 12 to 17. Our young women is for all young women 12 to 26. Okay. But over the summer, we have a program for 12 to 17.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for that, team.
Yeah, and Nina and Farah, so nice to have you here at Women of Toledo. And you look at what women are doing today, and it's probably always been that way in history, but it's so obvious to me today. Women are the backbone of our country. They come out and vote. They vote. They make a difference. They stand up on issues when a lot of times guys don't stand up for whatever reason. They can't find the courage or the backbone or the spine, but women do. Women raise the children, and sometimes, unfortunately, by themselves. Women hold down the jobs. They go to work every day. I mean, women have this innate strength. What is the need out there? Kind of talk to us about the need of women in Toledo. What do they need?
Okay, and another stack to throw. Also, women have the biggest purchasing power.
Yes. Oh, there's no question.
In our community.
That's right. Well, women.
Talking about buying a car, right?
When they go in to make an economic decision, the woman is basically, she's going to say yay or nay. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I hear you. Right now the last stat is women is about 50.8 population of the world. Yeah. So we already exceed that in the gender. However, the gender equality, because of the prehistory, we are still not there yet because of all the challenges and the barriers that we have to go through as a woman. I totally agree that when women come together and have men as our ally, it's just amazing things that we can do.
Yes.
For the economic empowerment in our community. And like you said, women have shown a lot of strength, as also
courage.
Yeah, courage.
Women have, I believe they have innate courage. A lot of times guys don't have. I mean, they will stand up when it's not popular to stand up, or maybe there's a lot of pressure on standing up. I mean, they will stand up for what they think is right or correct, and that's a real strength.
Yeah, challenging the status quo, right?
Yes.
So that's why we are here to continue empowering and path that. So I love everything that Women of Toledo have done, like, you know, talking about our young generation.
Yes.
A little bit story. I'm originally from Malaysia, but been in this country about 25 years.
Yes.
You know, and seeing that diversity, equity, and inclusion, you know, which is now hot topic in our country, right?
Yes.
And how are we using our knowledge and wisdom to help path that journey for our young generation? So hopefully Farah can share her story, since she's a first generation here in the United States. You know, parents both from Egypt.
Yes.
Yeah, and then how she brave enough to have courage and reach out to us and say, I want to make a difference. Help me path that way. Yeah.
I think our country is the best country in the world, but we have problems. We're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, and it's hard to assimilate into a new culture, right? I mean, how accepting are we? How did Women of Toledo help you? Kind of take us inside that, Farah.
Sure. So I just graduated from the University of Toledo.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And during that time, I obviously had to experience like half of my undergrad in lockdown. But alongside that, I also had my challenges and barriers as like a woman with intersectional identities, with like pressures from my culture, but
Yes.
also the bigger community as well. So I was really struggling, and I felt really disempowered myself.
Was the university welcoming to you?
It was.
Okay.
It was. But there's a lot more that can be done.
Okay.
Yes.
What the university can do, what men can do in general as allies, is reach out to women and women of color especially to see what they can do. It's not always us coming to you guys, it's
Right.
you guys reaching out too.
Right.
I needed to put myself out there as coming back in like my final year back on campus. I was like, I need to get involved on campus and outside of campus. So I saw Women of Toledo, they're always looking for more support. So I applied, and I was so thankful and grateful to meet Nina, who is just this legendary icon who has helped so many women
Right.
all over. And I had finally, when we had our first interview, I felt like I was hopefully talking to me in the future. I looked up to her so much.
Yes.
What a nice compliment that
She,
is.
it really does feel like a part of my calling as well. So Nina has really taken me by her side through like all of the things that she's planning and doing. And I've really grown in the short amount of months in my apprenticeship with Women of Toledo. I've gotten to, you know, get mentored by Nina while also like help plan events for women here in Toledo, as well as help with the Girls Hub with the young girls and help them with their confidence too.
So it's really made a difference in your life.
It has.
Yeah.
I
In so many ways.
yes.
And I do believe that saying about you can't be what you can't see. You know, for Farah to be able to see me as an immigrant woman
Yes.
of color, English second language, coming up
Yes.
and trying to path my through. I'm still learning to
No,
read,
you're
right?
great.
You know, I'm trying to understand how to do
You have better English than Cross and I together.
Yes, exactly.
Trust me, you're doing great.
Wait till I get assignment, you'll be like, is she speaking English?
No.
You know, and I do believe that, you know, not saying, oh, the wiser generation,
Yep.
it's important that we pave the way for the younger generation. You know, because a mentor of mine, you know, who I am today because a mentor of mine too, saying that I used to be behind the scene and say you need to be out there so that
do.
you can see another Asian young women
Yes.
saying that I can be like that. Okay,
Yes.
I want to be who I am, but look, I can also be a community leader. I can also make a difference. I can pay it forward and serve my community. So to be able to do that with Farah is just amazing, and to be able to witness, to see her doing that to our Girls Out girls, and in a round table having conversation with the Girls Out, I'm like, this is why we do what we do.
Yeah.
You know, and I say that, and it gives you a better sentiment that, wow, our future is gonna be better. The
Yes.
world is gonna be better.
Yes.
With
And
a
people
lot
need
of-
hope.
Yeah,
People want, you know, they want basic things, you know, in our country, and probably anywhere. They want to be able to get a decent job. They want to be able to take care of their families, but they want hope and inspiration.
Yes.
They want to feel that their lives are going to be better. But it isn't going to just happen. We have to make it happen. And by moving women out front, a lot of times I've come across it, sometimes the women who have immense talent will stay in the background. they need to move out front
Right.
and be a front spokesperson like both of you, because that gives other women the impetus to say, hey, Nina and Farah are doing this, I can do this. And then it kind of just starts snowballing, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Like, why don't you use your power to create an
Right.
opportunity for others?
Right.
You know, because you have worked so hard to get where you need to be. And don't forget, live as you climb and look back
Yes.
and what am I doing to create
Right.
that opportunity for others. And I think that is the stories, the vision behind Women of Toledo. What are we doing to create an opportunity for women and young women, our intersectional young women, the underserved group, to really create that visibility and opportunity for them to just keep moving forward.
Right.
You know, so I love it.
Who we are today, we did not do it on our own.
Oh, yeah.
No.
We did not do it on our own.
No.
There was always some very, very poignant people in our lives that's impacted our lives, that's developed us
Oh, yeah.
into the person we are today. So, I mean, that is very, very important.
Cross is so spot on.
Yeah.
When I come across somebody that says to me, you know, I did it by myself. I did this and I did that. I turn and run from that person as fast as I can, because no one that is successful is done it by themselves. They all have mentoring.
Right.
They have encouragement. And people sometimes forget that.
They forget it all the time.
They forget it, yeah.
Yeah,
So
they really
everybody needs that encouragement, and everyone needs that mentoring. Young women or women of any age that are going to see this, that want to get involved with your great organization, how would they do this? How would they get involved?
So definitely they can come and check it out on our website. We also have our office in downtown Toledo, in the heart of downtown in Sequoia building. However, the best way is to hop on the website. And
What's the website name?
www.womenoftoledo.org.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have abundant resources. We have very comprehensive website where it's very easy for you to navigate.
Okay.
So it's saying that you are women on business or women who's thinking, have an idea that want to start something. They can hop to the economic development, and then there's an intake form. They can fill it out, and they can either meet our business advisor or our mentor and get connected, because connection is very important.
Yes.
And then we be able to kind of connect them with partners, pretty much go through some canvassing, like exploration, and discover like what you really want to do.
Right. And then create a path for them to get there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like you said, we don't do it alone. Through our economic development, we are a part of the Toledo Business Growth Collaborative. So we have about 12 other agencies working together to have a positive economic ecosystem here in the city of Toledo.
Nina, is the city, and Farah, is the city of Toledo helpful to you? Are they providing resources? I mean, what kind of help are you getting? Are you getting the cooperation you need, or do we have to do a better job?
Like Farah said, we definitely can do better,
Okay.
but I can see the future, because you know, as we all know that we are still in pandemic, you know, and I
Yes,
think we are
right,
still
right.
recovering from that. And since that happened, I can see that we are moving to the right direction.
Okay.
That, like, again, we have hopes. We do have Women Business Council and Sandy Stang, who is our
Sandy's
economic.
wonderful.
Yeah.
She's wonderful. She's a part of the economic
Great.
development with the Business
Great.
Council, working to help us better on telling story for women and making sure that the network gap for women in any opportunity is closed. So that's our economic development. But if a woman just want a support for anything, or young women, and
Yes.
say, I'm new to Toledo, I
Yes.
don't know how to get connected, then come help to Women of Toledo. Our mentoring discovery will help you and get connected to the groups that you need to.
That's great.
Yeah, and when you say about women who really want to really fight, or not say that challenge the status quo, we do have our advocacy initiative. Our advocacy really giving you resources and information how to advocate for yourself, advocate for your community, and advocate for bigger issue in women.
You know, I don't know what it is. I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, obviously, but there's a strength in women that, you know, I think in growing up with strong moms that both Terry and I had. Women have a strength that, again, we keep talking about, that sometimes men don't have. You can tap into that strength and then help all these other women on the perimeter that need to get into the businesses and the jobs and those type things. Do you place people in jobs? Do you help them get jobs? Is that part of?
We get them connected to a resources for a job, because I do feel that Northwest Ohio have enough organization, enough resources,
Yes.
and very abundant with.
You just get them to the right place.
So our job is one of the things we always put ourselves is as a connector. So we connect women to the right resources and the right next big thing that they're doing. And if certain things that they want to do fall under our pillar, then they can be a part of our group and be a part of our program, and then we can walk them through until they are ready to the next one. Because we don't need to duplicate program services.
Yes, that's smart. That's just smart. Yeah, that's smart.
But we have to be responsible and understand what is all the resources out there. That's a lot of work. That's why sometimes having Farah, having an intern, or anyone who wants to give time and talent to volunteer and come, because Women of Toledo is always trying to produce a new resources or guidebook for women that is new to the community or finding resources out there. Yes, we have 211, but we got a lot of call from women saying that I got lost in that. You know, sometimes women who is in transitioning or have gone through so many challenges in life, sometimes to call that 211 or navigate resources by themselves is difficult.
It is very difficult.
But having someone, a friend like me or like Farah or other women in our mentorship program, just
it's less intimidating for them.
You know, it's okay, you can do that.
Yes.
You know, I'm here.
And I'm here for you.
Yeah, I'm here for you. You know, you have to make the decision yourself, but at the same time, we are here.
And it's non-judgmental.
Yes,
everybody's been there in some way in their lives. Farah, what would you say? Women of Toledo is such a great organization. What would you say one or two things that Women of Toledo has done for you, Farah, would you say?
It's given me the mentors that look like me, the representation that I needed to have that belief that I also could do the crazy big ideas that I had in my head. That's what was so isolating in undergrad, was I wasn't seeing that. I couldn't see it, but I wasn't looking in the right place, because we do have it. I'm just so grateful for that, because I do feel more empowered in my next, you know, journey.
Stage of life.
Yes.
And that gives you more confidence, right? You start walking a little taller and feeling
chest is out a little bit more.
And by the way, there's no crazy idea. Confidence is a big deal.
I wanted to mention one last thing here. You are having such a big event next week.
Oh, yes.
With the Girls Hub.
Yes.
I believe it's their graduation.
Yes.
And I will be there. I've been invited.
Yes.
So just tell us a little bit about that next week.
The program is phenomenal.
Yes.
Girls Hub, with the support from City of Toledo, you know, summer program. We were given an opportunity to introduce a pilot program with a partnership with a project, a seat at a table. So we have the opportunity to teach our young women in our city, any 12 to 17, how to play with power tools. You know, and not figuratively like just power tools, but power to build what they need to build. So they built a chair. So they got to cut the wood and paint it, and they built 2x4 chair throughout the week, and we were able to serve about 30 young women, 12 to 17. However, we do have a young woman that who really wants to do it, and she's 8, but her chair is so amazing. And then why we choose a chair as a project, because we want young women to know that they always have a seat at a table.
Oh, I like that.
Nice.
The symbolism of
the
being at the table.
Say whenever you don't see a seat at a table, bring a folding chair. But Women of Toledo challenge.
I love the symbolism of that.
Yeah, instead of folding chair, let's just build a chair.
You need to be at the table.
Yeah, you need to build a table. You don't see a
in
chair.
the room.
Build it. You know, bring your own chair and things like that. Next, maybe bring your own table. Right? You never know. They're really talking about we need a table for our chair. You know, so you can create so that they can see the opportunity in the world. No matter what, they can build something. They can create. This is my idea. I can create it, test it, build it, and see what happens. So with that opportunity, over the week, they finish out their chairs. So we have about 21 chairs on display at Imagination Station. So we got a partnership with Imagination Station to display their chair. And we're gonna have a reception where the girls gonna tell the story of the chairs.
Wow, nice.
You know, because at the end of the week, they journal and reflect why they choose the color that they get for the chair, the symbol, you know, the design, and why they have a little heart in the middle, what they have hope for, you know, for the future. So it's really exciting to see them, the courage and the bravery to play with power tools, build a chair. Now I gotta tell story in front of everyone.
Yes, yes.
So it's gonna be July 20th,
Which
Wednesday.
is
Next Wednesday.
next Wednesday.
It is
Yes.
from 5:30 to 7:30, open to all. It's a free program for anybody to come. So you got to witness the chair, you got to watch the exhibition, hear their stories, and then we can celebrate and graduate of their accomplishment.
How great is that?
Yeah.
Well, Nina, I think you and Farrah have to get some T-shirts made. Not only Women of Toledo, but
Yes.
underneath that, Women of Power.
Yes.
I mean, that's what you're doing. You're changing the paradigm for women. And congratulations to both
Oh,
of you.
thank you.
Yeah, you should be proud.
And you know, from all of us, from the GOAT, Mr. Tom Cole, from Nina and Farrah, from Women of Toledo, and myself, Terry Crosby, Community Ambassador, we hope you enjoyed.